You're listening to the Weekend Game Plan with Matthew Ross. Brought to you by Royal Ceramic, the consumer and contractor destination for incredible tile selection and much more. Visit royalceramic.com. The Weekend Game Plan on TSN 690. Game Plan gets out into the community with Suburban Newspaper sports editor Mark Lidbetter and the Amateur Sports Report.
Sports@thesuburban.com is the email address if you want to get in touch with Mark for this weekly segment or for the newspaper. Mark, how you doing?
Excellent. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday indeed. Let's get started, Mark, and we'll go to the Quebec Midget AAA League.
Yeah, and this is something I've been sitting on for quite some time because I didn't want to be accused of the Sports Illustrated jinx mentioning it and have something happen. But a week ago Friday, the Lévis Chevaliers' amazing run ended in a 5-3 loss to the Magog Cannoneers, and that marked the first loss of the season for Lévis following 34 straight victories. Imagine that in that league with all the talent.
Wow, it's like me over Dave Trenadui in ping pong.
Yeah, I know, you dominate. Now, Lévis has been on a tear from the first face-off of the Quebec Midget AAA League season, and they established several records along their journey, and the major ones being longest win streak from the start of the season, longest winning streak, and the most points, which stands at 103, but they add to that with each win as they head down the stretch of the season. And the Chevaliers went right back to winning following that loss to Magog, because they're now 36 wins, 1 loss with 3 weeks remaining in the regular season. But Magog is in second place, about 13 points behind them. It's unbelievable at that level to see this team roll that off.
Yeah, it's crazy. Elsewhere, a little bit of hockey, a little bit of basketball today in NDG. Yeah,
and during his lifetime, Ed Mahar had a 55-year association with Loyola High School. He was a student, athlete, teacher, coach, administrator, alumni director, and a friend to many there. And the legacy of Mahar lives on, especially in the annual Winter Sports Tournament, which began in 1971, when senior hockey coaches Jim Ruddy, along with Mahar, were determined to find a way to showcase the talented players of high school hockey in Montreal. And now over the years, they've had basketball, they've had wrestling as part of it. And this week, over 400 student athletes are taking part in the 49th edition of the tournament. Now, anyone looking for some great sports action today can head to the Concordia Sports Complex in NDG and the Ed Mahar Arena to take in the semifinals and the finals in hockey and basketball. And if yesterday's juvenile basketball game is any indication, where St. Thomas's Mitchell Bennett hit for a buzzer beater from his side of half court to beat Selwyn House 43-42, the games are definitely worth checking out. Now, the hockey gold medal games will open with the Pee-wees at 6:30, followed by the Bantams at 8, and the juveniles close out the day with a 9:30 puck drop. Basketball finals are set for the Bantams at 6:15 on the Concordia hardwood, followed by the juveniles at 7:45, while the midgets final will go at 6:30 in the Loyola High School gym.
Interesting and exciting. If I have a chance, I'll head out there today. Elsewhere, this is great. Always like to support good causes, and we got another one here.
Yeah, and if you're looking for an activity to do this Saturday, the Sean Bradwell Fund to Combat Children's Cancers has a fun event set to raise money for the Montreal Children's Hospital Foundation with bowling and dinner on the menu, as participants will take to the alleys of Laurentian Lanes from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., and that'll be followed by supper at the Sources location of the Barbie Barn, which is going to donate a portion of everyone's bills to the cause. And to take part in both or either part of the fundraiser, or even just to make a donation to the Sean Bradwell Fund, simply go to www.sbbowlingmtl.com to register. And supper reservations, if you're looking for, something out this evening, they can even be made right up until noon today.
All right, Mark. And finally?
Yeah, some outdoor hockey. Best Buy and Hockey Quebec have joined forces for the 12th edition of the Best Buy Cup. And this event's going to bring together 96 male and female Adam and Pee Wee hockey teams for the largest outdoor tournament in Quebec. There's going to be 80 boys squads and 16 girls teams taking part over the two-day event set for Laval Centre de la Nature, with games running from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. both days. And today, two outstanding role models of perseverance, Olympian Joanny Rochette and Francis Bouillon, player development coach of the Montreal Canadiens, will participate in an activity with the players at 11:30 this morning, as the kids are going to have a chance to see the Olympian skating techniques, and then they'll get to score a goal on a pass from the Canadiens coach. So and it's not a bad day to be out there either. You know, we've had worse in the recent times. So something to check out at Centre de la Nature in Laval.
And again, sports@thesuburban.com is the email address for Mark Lidlines if you want to follow him on Twitter. Mark, thank you so much as always. Have a good weekend.
You too, and give my regards to Dwight, who was one of my baseball players I coached back in the day when he's talking to you.
All right, Dwight Walton indeed joining us in about 35 minutes time for some NBA talk. Thanks, Mark.
Take care.
Weekend Game Plan on TSN 690. Yes, we will talk some NBA a little later on with the big man, former Olympian. However, up next, are the Canadiens built to win at least one playoff round? We talk some Canadiens and some hockey next with the voice of the Montreal Canadiens, Dan Robertson.